All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Yahweh
Yahushai,
Shai, Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Rakakwadash.
Rakakwadash.
We want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of the great millstone. All right, that's who taught us this truth, this word. All right, the 100% doctrine. All right, we want to say peace, mercy, and blessings, much love, honor, respect to all the whole select out there that are teaching, the like doctrine. The real name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. That means he exists or he is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai. That means he is the deliverer. All right, and we are the Israelites. All right, and there's 12 tribes of our nation. All right. Today we're being so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indian, Latin, Hispanic, but we're the Israelites. All right. There's 12 tribes of our nation, and it's not about skin color. We have a lot of people that would call us black or BHIs. We're not black. We're just the Israelites. Good. We come in many different shades of brown. All right. It's really about the seed line according to the father, man. So I ran into this Jake at Brennan Dairy, looked like a so-called white dude, but guess what? When he speak, you know that's a Jake. And you know he's not a white dude that's trying to imitate Jake. That's just his spirit. So our people are scattered all over, looking like all the other nations. But here these last days, $12 from each tribe is being raised up, sealed. That's the 144,000. Then you also have the 1/3, the elect men, women, and children, friends of the prophets, that's going to be saved as well. All right. In America is Babylon the Great. Let's bring that up.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 1. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye amongst the nations and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not, say
Yeah, what's
Babylon.
that standard? The Holy Scriptures and what's written up in there, man. You can get Isaiah 13 and one, brother. All right. You lift up that standard which is found in the Holy Bible. This is the way you found the true standard. The laws gave, and that was given unto the Israelites, the law, statutes, and commandments. And just like Babylon, what did Daniel say? They found wanting. The writings on the wall for America, right?
Tinkle,
Um,
tinkle, 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 many troubles.
yep. And, pretty much meaning your time is your days are numbered, right? Days and Scripture says that, man. He has appointed bounds that he cannot pass. This man is trying to go to the moon, build a space force. You know, he is to the point where he thinks he's the most high with his AI. You got that, brother?
Now he's trying to go to Mars now. Mission to Mars. So yeah, he's trying to go way beyond his bounds. This is Isaiah 13 and 1, and it reads, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did
So
see.
that should tell you right there that there's no private interpretation. Because you got Jeremiah speaking about the burden of Babylon, and also Isaiah. And what's the burden of Babylon? To be destroyed by nuclear fire, thermonuclear fire. All right, I got something real quick. I get back with it. It's from End Time Headlines. It says Netanyahu is now saying that Persia definitely has chemical weapons despite nuclear setbacks. Really, they have nukes. They've been had nukes. We knew that. And what he been saying that since what the 1990s. We didn't stop them from getting nukes from rich in their uranium. It's been the same playbook. They've been running the play action. You know how you play football, you act like you're gonna run it, you pass it. Esau been doing the same fucking play for years.
Pump fakes.
You know?
But yeah, not just the fact of them trying to create their own source of the ingredients and the chemicals to make nuclear bombs, like you said. You know what I mean? It's not for Russia to loan them or to give them, slide them a few nukes. So you know what I'm saying? So, but they're trying to stop them from being able to produce them themselves, ultimately. You know what I'm saying? That's like back in the day in the hood where it's 5 niggas sharing one gun. What good is that gonna do you?
Yep.
If this all 5 of y'all got beef, you know what I'm saying? You need your own shit. You know what I mean? Then what if the ties with Russia fall off? Now they at odds with them. You need your own. And it reads, verse 2, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. When we come out and teach. All right, going into the scriptures, bring them out, breaking them down. Keep going.
Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the noble.
And it is going into the gates of the nobles, man. The elites, you think people not watching, the elites are watching you, man. Esau, he can manipulate the views you get, the likes, to make you think nobody's watching you the whole time. You're being watched. All right, they know what we're saying is true. That's why the prophecy says, "And great fear fell upon them," because we're out here constantly coming out here, just like they did, signing and crying in the time of Jericho, chanting until the walls come down. We gonna chant until the nukes come down.
Right. Yes, it's a mind game. Esau he like to play on your intelligence. He likes to play in your psyche. He wants to get in your mind. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it feels good when you see the views, but it ain't about that. It's about prophesying unto the wind, if none else. You know what I'm saying? The Lord know your good works, your good deeds. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's different when you notice it though. When you know Esau is deliberately doing it, because like you said before, you had whatever how many views, and then you looked at it again, then it went down dramatically.
Or you have 5 likes and 2 views.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that
That's
possible?
possible.
No,
No,
that's Esau, bro. That's the devil.
right.
That's what he's supposed to do, trying to discourage you.
Yeah. And it reads, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger.
Yeah, going into what the angels,
Yeah.
the hopeful elect,
Yeah.
and also talking about the nukes too. So when you go in Joel, the 2nd chapter, it talks about the nukes and how that's the Most High's armory too. It ain't gonna be none like it,
Right.
because in the kingdom of heaven, nation will not learn war anymore. All right, so this is gonna be the war to end all wars, and one of the signs of the second coming is what? There shall be wars and rumors of war. So we've been hearing about it constantly. Russia, Ukraine, America, Iran. You hear about these other, even inside of America, you hear about civil war, things of that nature.
Yeah.
These things.
What's that bomb Russia created years ago?
FOAB.
FOAB, father of all bombs. What's that telling you? That's a big ass bomb. Bombs are all bombs.
Yeah, Russia is, when you read the scripture, that's Gog of Magog, the chief
Right.
prince. And, it's a well-known fact that they have superior nuclear weapons capabilities. Yeah.
And it reads, even them that rejoice in my highness, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. Woo! So that's that whole thing when you hear like a stampede, you hear the shaking,
Yep.
you can feel it.
That reminded me of the Lion King.
Yeah.
A stampede was coming.
Yeah.
They
They got a new movie coming out too. I think it come out this Friday called The Odyssey.
Oh,
Y'all seen that trailer?
I think
that
so.
about
I think it's
Greeks?
about the Romans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It didn't show too many details in the trailers that I've been seeing, but it looked pretty good. So brothers might want to check that out. And it reads, I'm thinking about like when the Romans was coming, they said you could hear them before you actually could see them
Yes.
from miles away.
And that put fear in people.
Right.
But think about when the nukes are coming. They're gonna have sirens go off, alerts, you getting amber alerts and shit.
Right.
So that's why it says all faces gonna turn to paleness.
Right.
People gonna be like, and even when that shit happened in Hawaii, what were people doing? Getting in the sewer, manholes and shit. They ain't know what to expect.
I remember that time too.
That fear hit them.
Well, they turned into adult Mutant Turtles.
The brother down there, he went live. Everybody was on
Yeah.
watching this video.
Right. Like, we out of here. You know what I mean? Shut the one up. You know what I mean? It's happening. But, and it reads, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai of hosts, mustered the host of the battle.
Yeah, the Lord of armies. He's the one stirring up these nations to fight each other. He's the one, allowing these alliances to be formed between Gog and Magog, according to the prophecy. When you go into Ezekiel 38, the first nation that's mentioned with Gog and Magog is Persia. All right, nowadays Persia is being called Iran,
Right.
land of the Aryans. You know, that name was changed in 1935. You know,
Right. It reminds me of a gun racking from Iraq, gun rack to Iran. People gonna start running. They're gonna hear Iraq, the gun rack, and they gonna Iran. And it reads, they come from a far country.
see that those missiles gonna be shot from the ends of the earth, but also that scripture about the caterpillar.
So, you go into second Ezra 16th chapter, I think down to like 6 or 7, it says something about the arrows being shot from one nation, one world to another.
Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick if you want to break it down.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll grab it.
Yeah.
All right. Read that again while you're getting that.
And it reads, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Yeah, the Lord is doing this, man. He's called the Lord of armies.
Right.
These different nations, they think they're in control. No, the Most High is in control. But he has demons playing on the minds of these different leaders. You know, some getting knocked off, they just getting replaced. Because we've been hearing about a lot of Iranian leaders being what? Deleted. But they're just being replaced.
Right.
And they're being replaced by people that are more angry. So now they definitely want vengeance. So they're
Yeah.
talking about taking out Taco.
Yeah. Or they're not being replaced by their own homegrown. They're being put there by the government. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they do. They take out the people's choice and they put who they want in that seat.
Yeah, he
So
saw
they can do their bidding.
he saw puppets in there, but he couldn't do that with Persia.
Yeah.
They're one of the few countries that don't have a banking system from the elites.
Yeah.
So that's really
That's
why and they want to get that oil too.
Yeah.
You know, I got
Yeah.
this from End Time Headlines. It says Iran's supreme leader vows revenge in his first statement since father's funeral after Trump threat. It's from July 11th. Iran's supreme leader, Muhammad Khamenei, has issued a stark call for vengeance in his first public statement since the funeral of his father, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was killed earlier this year. So they're pissed off.
Yeah.
They're over there. I think I seen like a video, you know, they be chanting DTA. But they had one image of Trump with like a crosshairs on him. Like they gonna take this guy out.
Yeah.
You know, you got that Illuminati card game, right? It says, you know,
Oh wow.
says enough is enough.
Yeah.
So then on The Simpsons, they show
Yeah, I was about to say that.
this man in the casket. So you don't know. They could take him out or they could fake take him out.
Yeah.
But that's going to cause uproars in the streets.
Right.
You know, because what if they take him out and they put Kamal up? People going to fucking revolt.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, these redneck fucking MAGA Edomites.
Hillbilly. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because Esau slowly feels his grip loosening on his place. You know what I'm saying? Now they're starting to feel like the minority, which they've always been. They just didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? But the power transfer, the power, the guards is changing.
You know what it
Esau
is?
don't like it.
It's the kingdom is being translated from Esau to Jacob. 'Cause
Exactly.
now they're talking about by 2050, which you know Esau, he thinks he's going to rule forever.
Right.
But according to him, by 2050,
It's darkening.
whites is going to be the minority. It's going to
Yeah.
be Mexicans, Native Americans, and blacks.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's one of the big pushes that they're so anti, which the Lord set it up that way anyway, but with the interracial, the mixing. But what they don't realize, what they do, because they know that if that Edomite female has a baby by another race of people, that changes the dynamics of their DNA or their genealogy. That's why they say keep the race pure. You know what I'm saying? And that's where our people get a lot of that perfecting the race from. They think by getting with Esau, that's going to make them lighter, more fair skinned, more likable, beautiful.
I'm sorry, you know, even I seen it at the PM. I'm starting to see. I seen this fine Northern Kingdom. This old ass Edomite man. You was standing right by each other. We was like,
At the market.
yeah. You didn't see, but she walked past. I said, "What's your old ass man?" I'm starting to see a whole lot of that, man.
Just trying to
Yeah.
get that money.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say that. Yeah. He
You know,
probably loaded.
Yeah.
And you know how many years really he got left before she inherited all, right? It's a hustle, man. Some people really they just ain't got no talent. They just and women they really good for it. They can really just marry in the money.
Money. Yep.
It's harder for a man to marry in the money. A woman, all she gotta do is lay down.
right. I'll bring let's get that point.
Yep. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Which goes into what? The nuclear capability of these other nations, such as Russia, Iran. You know, France has nukes too. And you were telling me how they had other nations leaving NATO. That's because
Spain. Yep.
that's Spain. Because,
So he got kicked out. Spain got kicked out.
okay.
Yeah, Spain got kicked out. Yep.
But that still goes into these hating the whore, going into America's allies hating her, and ultimately gonna shoot their missiles over here too. You know,
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss.
so the arrows goes into the nuclear missiles. Yeah, the nuclear missiles are in the scriptures, man. You can't take a regular bow and arrow and shoot it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That ain't gonna go so far.
They're it's a mystery. They're coded. They're in there, but if you got common sense, like you just explained it, there's no way an arrow, a regular arrow from a bow gonna reach. So you know what I'm saying? So you got to use not just your imagination, but common sense. Like come on, bro.
Yeah, it says there ain't no proper interpretation.
Right.
But the secrets are revealed to the prophets, and the prophets come out and give the secrets to the people, whether you hear or forbear, or whether you come up and listen or not. You know, it's live. We out here. You can see us. You can ask questions, so you won't have no excuse. You see what I'm saying? I'll keep going.
And shooteth they sharp and shall not miss when they begins to be shot into the ends of the world.
Ooh, which goes into what? Being shot on this side of the world, man. The missiles,
CBM.
ICBMs. If you look at the definition of a broken arrow, what? That's a missing nuke. That's a military term. So it's a well-known fact that they refer to the arrows as nukes or nukes as arrows.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
Back in this article, it says the pledge comes amid heightened tensions with the U.S. as President Donald Trump has placed the Persian regime on notice with a direct threat of overwhelming military force that any assassination attempt against him should succeed. See that?
Yeah.
So he's already prepping. Like, look, if they take me out, then we definitely got to nuke them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, it came out. I think Trump was over there in the Middle East, if I'm not mistaken,
Turkey.
and he was supposed to take the jet they had from Qatar or some shit. But I think the intelligence told him to take the old air, because I think he getting the new jet or some shit. They told him to take the old Air Force One because of increasing security threats and scares. So yeah, so you know what I mean?
Plus, they said the old Air Force One jet had more, still got built-in defense mechanism that the newer one don't have. Basically, they don't trust it because because it came from the enemy, they might got it rigged up.
Yeah.
And certain shit don't work.
Right.
I already peeped it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I just heard about it today. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Or is that it? A little more.
Verse 14. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 14. Behold, the plague are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Yeah, so you know, people talking about something, pray for America. You know, they could repent, and it's nothing you can do about it. The Lord already got the judgment set. So
Right.
you know, these things have to play out. We see it playing out. We see the economy collapsing. You know, thousands, millions of people losing their jobs to where there's no jobs out here because AI is taking all the jobs. So
Yeah.
now you have an increase in homelessness. People starving. People depending on food banks.
People scamming,
Increase.
people committing all kind of crimes and death threats. You know, they upset about their local governments, state governments. You know, and also too, I was dwelling on this earlier. Even in the name, it's all an illusion. It's a facade because when has the states ever been united? When you think about United States of America, this shit is a joke. Where's the people united?
Yup.
Okay, the states ain't even united, let alone the people. If you think about it, the Confederacy was forced to join the Union Army. They didn't say, "Oh yeah, we shall, kumbaya." No, they were forced in through military action. See, that's how this world works. You can only talk so much. It's not talking that gets shit done. It's actually military action. You gotta force people to do shit, man.
And that's why Esau has his U.S. embassies and consulates on many different countries.
Yeah,
Because he knows about war. So his whole kingdom is built about war.
exactly.
Out of the 250 years, he's been at war for 230 of those years. Think
Right.
about that. That's some crazy shit.
Right,
You've been at war for 230 years.
right.
You know what I mean? What Christopher Columbus said, he didn't put his sword down for 1
For
hour.
1 hour. Yeah.
You know?
And then really a lot of that just comes from him being a greedy dog. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these wars was pretty much unnecessary. It's just him wanting to go in and invade and take the other nations' natural resources. Just keep this bitch alive.
Yeah,
You know?
keep the horror running.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you got. That's a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? They got to get blood to keep their power going. So that's a satanic ritual.
Blood oath.
Yep.
I believe there was an earthquake down there in Venezuela. Same thing happened in Haiti, but it's now coming out on how they use that to take little children, man. So in the midst of a so-called disaster, you're kidnapping little babies,
Right.
telling
Right.
this devil he could be saved. Nah, man, they can't be saved.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. This place nasty, man.
Yeah, I was saying that when I was at the when I was waiting at the gate. I
Yeah.
was seeing all types of weirdness, man. I like two women holding hands together. I seen a motherfucker just like dudes, white
You seen
shoes.
the one when we left? He had a dress on.
Yeah,
Standing right there at the corner,
Corner, yeah, I
looking
seen-
like,
yeah. I was seeing all that shit. I said, man, I see why I don't like going out to different places. That shit was vexing my spirit, man. I'm like, man, I can't. We gotta get the fuck out of here, man. This shit. I'm done. I'm tired looking at this shit. Dead ass, man. This shit is pissing me the fuck off.
Because it's sad because you got to enter into Egypt for help, if you will, because you got to go buy groceries and all the other necessities you need. It's nothing really. It's really, as America being more of a consumer on imports, the average everyday so-called American citizen don't make shit for themselves. They don't grow nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't farm. They don't have livestock. It's nothing you really can do here. I ain't saying that there ain't certain people that do it, but it's very minuscule. You know?
I got some. This is 2 Peter 2 and verse 6. I'll start at 5. One of you brothers want to break it down. It says, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
Yeah, unrighteous motherfuckers back then, man. Just like you got today, man. So Lord had compared that to the time of Noah and the flood. These last days, people live in a flood-like behavior. So the Lord not gonna spell 2/3 of our people and the third of man.
Yeah.
Only the hopeful elect is gonna get out of this, man. And these motherfuckers, it's just disgusting, man.
You know what? It's warranted.
Yeah.
These people deserve to fucking die, man.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying earlier, I was talking with the lady in line. She was trying to give me some information about, getting some help or whatever. It's neither here nor there. But I was saying how people actually go and apply for help the right way, but then the government won't help you when you've been paying into the system. Like, you're supposed to get unemployment if you've been working, but they had a nerve to deny you. Your Social Security, they'll deny you. They'll keep denying you, but you don't put into the system. But I said, but now you at home, your stomach fucking rumbling, and now you listening to Young Miami, and now you think about scamming
Yep.
and whatever else boost to go support, you know what I'm saying, yourself and your family.
Which a lot of people going to resort to that because it says in the last days, perilous time shall come. But it just says a man should have no pity on his neighbor. They're going to kick the door in. They're going to take the woman, take the children, take your food. drink all the fucking milk in your fridge.
Right. What's that scene out of Baby Boy with Melvin? He was in the wake up Melvin in your house. Nigga,
Eating all your children's
eat your
snacks.
snacks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Last night just found out too. I think I don't know if it was Memphis or Tennessee or Mississippi. So one of them states. They already about to shove out martial law over here.
Mm.
They said National Guard about to go out there, stop policing. They deputizing on the National Guards too.
You know what else they're doing, right? Sorry.
Go ahead.
They're bringing in the IDF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that is? They got them.
Israeli Defense
Force. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got them with ICE, and they're gonna have them with U.S. troops.
Yeah.
You know, and those are some sick motherfuckers, man. What they're
Yeah.
doing over there to those different people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some sick ass bastards, and they hate Jake.
Yeah.
So you can imagine what they're just practicing on them. And the Heavenly Father's anger gonna be on them. So you can imagine when they get over here what they're gonna do.
Right.
Nope.
Well, y'all remember that situation where those volunteers was coming to bring aid to Palestine, and they were on that ship, and the IDF intercepted them, and there was a Jake on there, and they let pretty much all the Caucasians pretty much go, but then they had the Jake in there, and they detained them, and he said he remembered when they first came upon him, they had their rifles on, talking about, I ain't your brother, like that. You know what I mean? If y'all could remember, it was, a few months back, maybe last year. But that's heavy though. You know what I'm saying? But that's the disdain, hatred they gonna have for Jake, because they know about the Israelite doctrine. That's why they were trying to deport the Yah Israelites that went over there in the 60s.
Yep.
In Des Moines. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden now, these people have been over here for decades. Now y'all want to send them back. You know what I'm saying? Because they're afraid that they're going to fulfill prophecy, which they force their hands to try to force prophecy by having a red ass over there.
Yeah. Esau think you're gonna get the birthright back.
Yeah.
Remember we was reading about how Moses asked to pass through the land? This motherfucker's so salty he wouldn't even let us pass
For money.
Damn.
For money.
I'm sorry. That hatred has never left us.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, y'all heard about that? The National Guard killed that Jake. I forgot what state that was in, but it was something just happened. The National Guard killed a young Jake. I think he was 20 years old.
It's gonna be
Gunned
more
him
of that.
down.
It's gonna be more of that, man. A lot of people, they don't get it. They think that you could get the bag, you could be the next DDG, you could be the next Kai Cenat, you could be a streamer, you could be a rapper.
Oh, that's funny you brought that up. I was watching earlier before I left. Over in Argentina, I Show Speed was over there for the FIFA games, and they was over there chanting all kind of racial epithets and slurs towards him.
Everywhere you go, he do that.
And he felt it. He tried to act like he ain't know. Nigga, you know what she was saying. They were saying, go home, nigga.
Yep.
You don't belong here.
Calling them monkeys, mimicking monkey
Yeah,
sound.
doing monkey gestures, and you know what I'm saying? And Argentina was one of the countries that voted to not have the transatlantic slave trade considered one of the worst atrocities that ever happened to man, and to forward the reparations thing. It was U.S., Argentina, and Israel.
Which Argentina actually means silver. That's the tribes.
Yeah.
But guess who you got in ruling position down there? Fucking Amalek.
Amalek. Yeah.
So Amalek is behind that shit, man.
Yeah.
Amalek funded the fucking slave ships.
Yeah.
Well,
this chick I was watching, she was going into talking about how Argentina found ways to get rid of the so-called black population. They sent the Jakes, the African Americans, the slaves, if you will, off to war. They sent them out. They wasn't sending the white ones out.
It's a comedy movie, but it show you that on South Park. They had the Jake strapped to the tanks and shit.
Right.
But that's how he do. That's how he just double bend though. He sent our people to war, and then Jake ended up winning battles. There's great battles. They didn't want the black men to fly the planes and shit. They started flying it.
Tuskegee.
They won great wars.
Yeah, the Red Tails.
Red Tails.
Buffalo Soldiers.
Buffalo Soldiers. So whatever they try to do to Jake, it backfires on him because the Lord is with us, man.
Right.
Let me bring this out some more. 2 Peter 2 and verse 6. and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
That's how America is going to be. An example. When this place be destroyed, we set up the kingdom. America will not be built up. I'm sorry.
No, you good, go
You
ahead.
America will not be rebuilt again. This gonna be what you call a memorial to those what happened when you run your nation, your country wickedly, unrighteousness. So
Yeah.
you're gonna see the smoke of a burning all around. No matter where you go, you're gonna see that they're gonna people. So that's Babylon. That's what happened when you don't do right. When you don't live by the Lord's law, yeah, you're gonna end up like the Edomites. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in this place, man, yeah, man, this disgusting. This place needs to be destroyed.
So what you saying? It ain't gonna be no more Bilderberg meetings.
No more of that.
They
No more.
ain't gonna build this place up no more, man. They
Yeah,
ain't gonna have G4 summit meetings and shit.
And you know that's Esau's spirit because it said the Lord said, I'm gonna throw it down, but Esau gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna rebuild it.
Bill.
He ain't gonna rebuild this time. Your ass gonna be in slavery, man.
Right.
You know? You should have learned from Sodom and Gomorrah. Is this not the man that accomplished a diligent search? He got the records on everything, right?
Right.
It say he pretty much leave no stone overturned.
Right. No, that's what I was gonna say. That coincides with that script when he was telling his prophet. He said, "See that temple?" He said, "No stone shall be on top of each other." Pretty much. You know what I mean? That this was gonna be thrown down. You know? So yeah, that's gonna be the mirror of this place.
It says back in 2 Peter 2, verse 7, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Lot represent the what? The elect. We are, we discussed with the filthy conversation in this place, man. It's just just people talking about making a bag and living life, buying a house, getting a business,
Make America great again.
make it great again, and voting and protesting, all that wicked conversation. We don't want to hear that shit. We want the kingdom. Or you gotta do something for the black community. Fuck the black community. Them niggas is dead over there,
Them
man.
niggas are sellouts. You
Yeah.
think about the black community, it's nothing but a bunch of fucking sellouts.
Sell out.
Yeah.
You got the black bootleg sellouts.
Yeah.
That's them same Greek niggas coming back.
I hate that word community. I hate
Yeah.
that shit. It's like irritate my ears. Just like saying Jesus Christ irritates my fucking ears.
That's like the one world government community. Let's
Yeah.
bring everybody together.
Yeah.
Come as you are.
Right.
The Lord never no.
That goes back. That's that Antiochus spirit. Want everybody to be together. Isn't it? No, Lord said, "No hand, join in hand. The wicked should not go unpunished."
Yeah.
People still want to tie hands with these motherfuckers, and they killing your ass.
Right.
What the fuck wrong with you?
That's Jake's problem. You
Yeah.
trying to jump in front to save master.
Yeah.
You know?
But not just that, if I can add real quick,
Yeah.
also too, these celebrities that your young children are looking up to and idolizing, they don't give two fucks about you, because I was watching this interview with Mav Hoffa. He was interviewing French Montana down low ass, and basically he was saying when Chinks got murdered, he gave him money to get out of the hood. And he said, what did he go do? He bought a house 3 blocks down from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's the end game? It's to get you and your family out the hood while you still create this this drill music, this gangster music. You see what I'm saying? If you really think about it, so your goal is to get out of the hood, but you're promoting hood activity.
You don't think them spirits that you promote gonna come see you?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why he got knocked off. Cause you can't live in the hood with riches around wolves and lions and tigers and bears.
That's what a nigga would do. A nigga would have a fucking BMW right in the hood. Then he's surprised when you get robbed.
Right.
Flash. I was walking through Wegmans, just trying to get a couple of things. This is a nigga walking down the aisle, flashing his money. Then when he saw me, he gonna hurry up, put it in his pocket I'm out to get you. Like, bro, I'm looking for olive oil and shit.
Right.
Nigga walking down the aisle, flashing his money. I'm like,
Right.
that's the problem with our people,
Yeah.
man.
And you know what's sad about it? Can you really blame them? Because you don't know who's friend or foe here. Your own people gonna be your worst fucking enemy.
You shouldn't be walking, flashing your money nowhere.
That part. You know what I'm saying?
My mom always tell me don't be throwing your money out in public.
Right.
So I see that. Wait for you outside when you get out there and rob.
What
Right.
kind of shit is that? You just walk through the store, flashing all your money.
Well, people really gonna show you their age by their actions. Cause you see an older person, what they gonna do? They gonna turn their back. And they gonna
I think dude had the Jay-Z. Dude had the Jay-Z moment. He thought he was in a Rockefeller video.
right, right.
That shit caught me off guard. Like, wow, like our people gone, bro.
But on the flip side, what do the youngins do? They have a stack of money like this.
You know
what I'm saying?
They go grills like
Yeah. Thinking
But-
somebody ain't gonna come see you, boy.
The thing is, he looked at me like I wouldn't know you had nothing if you wouldn't been flashing, and I'm
Yeah.
not looking to get you anyway.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I got money from him.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
shouldn't be-
Jake funny though.
You
Jake
shouldn't be
funny.
having flashing your
Yeah.
money in public, man.
Yeah.
But that's what our people do. Then they're surprised when they get robbed or some shit.
Some bad shit happens.
You're not using wisdom. You're
Right.
trying to be flashy.
Jake funny, bro.
Right.
He comedian. Our people comedian.
Silas.
The definition of conversation in the Greek is anastrophe, and that means manner of life, conduct, behavior. So the behavior of these people vexes our spirit. You know, showing off your money. You got these women half naked and shit. You can see all the, you see everything. Man.
Right.
See men that's dressed as a woman dressed as men. You know, woman on the job trying to tell you what to do. That should vex your spirit. You know, just
Wow.
being here should vex your spirit. You don't get no rest. There's always something, man. Or somebody trying to call you, you know, get some money or something. Like, leave me the fuck alone. And
It's
get to the
always-
point. You
I'm
know,
sorry.
but
No, it's always something and always something to do here. This is not your rest. You can't get no rest here, man.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's the job of Esau Edom, to wear out the saints.
Exactly. You
You
know,
know?
they call on Yahweh Chanel shot.
Right.
We still be out here prophesying.
Sorry, man.
You know, we probably should be dead when you think about it. All the food is poison, chemtrails in the air.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crazy.
The work week.
Yeah.
You wonder why you be all tired and exhausted and shit, man. It's America. Even the stuff you see that drains you.
Yeah.
It really does.
Right.
You know?
I'm drained off the motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, and it don't have to directly affect you. Indirectly, it affects you. Like you said, we saw the dude standing on the corner with a dress on. That's bothersome. You know what I mean? And he's staring back like, nigga, it's normal.
If we wrong, we just go up and beat his ass.
You
Now,
know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
saying that you should do that, but sometimes you might get that thought.
Yeah.
And that's not a wicked thought.
Exactly.
According to
Yeah.
Esau, it is.
I had the thought though. I had, man. Every time I see, I said, man, I just had. You ever felt like you seen something, you just want to smack that person? Like felt. I had that, man. I was like, ooh. Like,
Yeah, you see it play out in your mind.
mine,
You
yeah,
see it
yeah,
happen
yeah.
like that.
You hit it right on the nail, yeah.
You know?
I said, ooh.
Imagine the ancient world, man.
Right.
Like, the motherfuckers, you know, he had the sword, man. Just
Yep.
walk up,
Yeah.
put him to death, just like that.
Right. But
You know?
that's really in a man's natural nature to feel that way. Because even back in the day, you saw Edomites, they used to bully punks. They used to, like, you know, those real masculine, the real manly Edomites, they ain't allow no punks
That's
around
probably,
them.
they probably with Jake on the
That's
low.
what I was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
they
You know
probably
what I'm
with Jake
saying?
on the- Well,
But it was a different spirit back
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
You
you
know
have-
what I'm saying?
You have different spirit of Edomites,
Mike,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
Russians. Those Russians, they don't really play that shit compared to
Yeah.
these American Edomites. So that is true.
True.
You know?
It was a different vibration back then, man. You get your ass whooped in the suburbs too, being a sissy boy, if you will, bati boy.
Bati money. You got too much of them running.
You know how they
around,
like the
man.
white people like to say that shit. You fucking sissy. You a pussy. They love that word, boy.
Right. Oh, and I know y'all heard about that Nolan Wells situation.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier though, hand joining fan. Our people, once again, they get in the position, they living in the suburbs. Now they got their children hanging around these Edomites, thinking that they safe. They okay, we ain't in the hood. So, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I go into their parents, because sometimes their parents be putting their children head. Oh, don't hang around niggas.
Right.
You gotta get around with people that's about something, doing something. I don't hurt the talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you gotta get around, you know, motherfuckers that's doing something.
Yeah.
For them, you know, and that's how that happened.
Which to a degree they are right. You know, but at the same time, you gotta train up your children who the enemy is. You gotta let them know, like, yo,
Hang
you
around
can't,
with yeah.
you can't trust this motherfucker. That's your natural enemy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you shouldn't hang around niggas either, but you shouldn't be too comfortable around Esau. To
Yeah,
where your ass out
especially Esau.
in the fucking middle of the ocean somewhere on the boat.
And now you come up
You know?
afloat, you know what I'm saying, bellied up or face down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And your phone pinging from some, you know what I mean? Because supposedly the group he came with, they left him with another group, but the plot thickens. I think it was either over a girl and the fight broke out, is what I heard. So them white boys, you know what I'm saying? You know how they feel about they Becca, you know what I'm saying? Because Jake gonna get the girl.
Yeah, because the girl wants Jake.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a thing that's coming in the earth because we're coming in back into our power.
Yeah.
So there's a dynamic change to where all these women desire an Israelite man. Asian woman, every woman on the earth.
Jake ain't even gotta do nothing. Jake can just be himself. And I've heard cucks talk about that. Like, yo, he ain't even got no, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got no money, he ain't got, you know what I'm saying? Like he just plays sports. And they don't get it. They don't get it how, you know what I'm saying, they crown jewel gonna choose a nigga out the hood over them. And that's that white rage, that what they call it, inferiority, inferior complex. You know,
Right? Why they should mad? They got at least they got Keisha.
They
got Keisha.
Keisha's a fucking lab experiment, man.
That's all.
Bitch is annoying. She's overweight. Nobody want her.
It's a fetish. If Esau with Keisha, it's either a fetish or it might be a white covered Jake. You know what I'm saying? That's only one or two it could be. You know what I'm saying?
Isaiah.
A white chocolate covered Jake. And it reads, they come from a far country.
Call it out. Where you at, brother? 6?
This is Isaiah 12:5.
13.
This is Isaiah 13:5. And it reads, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation.
His indignation goes into righteous anger. So you look at things in this place and affect your spirit. Imagine the Most High. That spirit comes from the Lord.
Right.
It says the Lord is angry with the wicked every day.
I like that.
That fact, we get that.
The Lord is angry with the wicked every day. Every day you angry with the wicked.
So it's not the sin, it's the sinner. It's the wicked.
This is Psalm 7:11. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day.
Right.
The Most High is always angry, man.
Right.
All right, because the wicked are in rulership.
Right.
You know.
So the wicked sound like a person to me. Now, because that goes back to basic past, present, and future. You know what I'm saying? That goes into adjectives and certain grammar. Wicked and then wickedness. Wicked is people. Wickedness is the sin that the wicked commit.
Yeah, when you go through one of the Malachi, I think that's 4, because it calls Esau the border of wickedness.
Right.
Meaning wherever this man goes, he sets up wicked decrees. Wickedness follows him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even during the time of the Greeks, when he came into power, it says evils increased in the world. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that.
Right.
He can't help himself, man.
Yeah.
He can't help himself to put up paintings of two men fondling each other. He's into shit like that, man.
Right.
He
art. It's precious artwork.
Okay, Malachi 4:1.
Yes, that's the one that says 1 and 4. 1 and 4. Negative 1. It said he's a border of wickedness. I think you start at point like that too.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word, the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us?
And now people got that spirit. They're like, God don't love us. Why are we going through all this shit? It's a punishment, man.
Right.
Like if children, think about it, the relationship with a parent and a child. You know, it did get to a point to where you have to punish your children because they were being disobedient. But you let them know why you punish them. And how did the Lord do that? He sent the prophets. You know, what did our people do? They killed the prophets. They just said they delivered up the Lord to the Romans. They said, "Let his blood be upon us. We have no king but Caesar." You know.
Was
Shalom. This is real quick.
You think it's the Sabbath? He said Shabbat Shalom.
we got some concurrence.
Yep, this is First Maccabees 1:9, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. Talking about Alexander's 4 generals. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Every time this man gets some type of power, evils multiply.
Right. And I was gonna add too, real quick. Also too, like you said, he'll be making these paintings and stuff of homosexual pictations. One of the greatest deceptions ever known to man was this gay lover. Was that Leonardo da Vinci?
Yep. Yeah.
Brought up
Cesare
Borgia.
Borgia.
Well, he put that was Leonardo da Vinci, right?
Yeah,
Where he painted it.
One of the other turtles. Yeah.
I wanted other turtles.
You know, Leonardo.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, he was a sodomite. It came out that he was sleeping with his sister too.
Incest, he's an incester, for real.
Incest, baby.
Yeah, incester.
Incest.
Incester.
Yeah.
When he fighting with his incest.
Right. That's his ancestry. It's DNA. It's DNA. It's ancestral DNA.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountain and his heritage to waste.
Most High hates Esau, man.
Right.
At the height of this man's power during the Romans, the Most High fucked him up, put him in a cave. That goes back to the curse of Genesis. You shall go upon your belly eating dust, being in a state of confusion. He got to a point where he lost his language.
Eating juniper roots.
You know? Man,
Juniper roots.
they couldn't do shit, and Jake was ruling. They hate that, man.
Right.
That's why they, that's why you have iconoclasm, which is destruction of images. Those were our images, man.
Right.
Esau whitewashed and put him up as himself. You know,
Which he's what? The ultimate culture vulture. Not just us, other heathen nations he's put himself up as. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he calls himself the Aryan Brotherhood, right?
Right.
That goes back to Persia.
Right.
They named the land Iran, which means land of the Aryans. You're not a real Aryan. So everything you think about he's fucking stolen.
And I think what the Anglo-Saxons, that go back to Jake, right?
Angelic son of Isaac.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not the angelic son of Isaac. You're Esau.
Right.
You're the demonic son of Isaac.
Yeah. The closest thing he's ever got to calling himself is Caucasian, which that's accurate. You come from the Caucasus Mountains, bro. You know what I'm saying? Mount Petra.
One Edomite used to work on my job. He died. He had a heart attack while he was driving home. Shit crashed. Yeah, I came on and said it one time. He was like, "Yeah, but you from the Cork?" He said, "We from the Caucasus Mountains." So the other white dude was like, "Huh? What? Yeah, that's where we came from." I was on the other side of the locker room cracking up.
What's that movie? Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield
Man Animal.
Man.
That was about them coming into power, taking us down during the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they began to get, the Lord gave them the knowledge back, how to speak.
Yeah.
He was teaching them how to speak. He's
Right,
like,
right.
he's speaking.
Yeah.
They learn how to do shit.
Sure.
It says all wisdom coming from the Lord. So the Most High gave this man his wisdom, his knowledge, his army, his military might, so he could show his power.
Right.
So Most High can show you, like, look, I gave this to you, and I did this to you.
Right. Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
that's some real gangster shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But even the Lord knew what he was doing when he did it, because he said, I will put a base man above you.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So the Lord already called them nothing. They're even evermore accounted as for nothing. You know what I'm saying? But they show you that's the premise of the Planet of the Apes movie. That was actually Esau. Turned back to, what do you call him, beast man?
Yeah. That's where it's going back to.
Yeah.
So you watch Battlefield Earth, that's like the beginning of the Renaissance, them coming back. You
Yeah.
watch Planet of the Apes, that's the future. We're gonna put their ass back. Because
Back
remember
to
he
the
said
future.
the survival scroll. Beware the beast man.
Yeah.
Still his brother's land.
Right.
That's what the scriptures say, man.
Exactly.
And
Right.
they making fun of us by calling us monkeys and apes,
Yeah.
ruling over them. That's because the Israelites don't be ruling over them.
Right. It's all kind of folly with Esau logic because then if you go back into them saying where creation came from, even though it's off, I thought civilization started with monkeys. I thought they was the closest relatives. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? I was debating on going back and forth with this Edomite on Instagram, right? And now I was cutting him on with his own logic. He was saying that we was monkeys, and then he turned around and said that we all come from apes. Once I told him now, I said I said how we come from monkeys, and he was like, yeah, we all come from apes and shit like that. So okay, then, so you calling us monkeys? I make sure monkey then too.
Exactly.
So how you going? So what's your logic?
Right.
And you shot your own self with your. I said you shot yourself with your own foot.
Exactly.
And he got silent. He couldn't say nothing after
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? I said, for one, we ain't come from no apes. Y'all did. Y'all cavemen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's why I said look up. That's why y'all.
Neanderthal.
That's what I said look up Caucasian. I put it up there. I said you can look it up.
Right.
He must be dead because it took him a while to come back to me. You know, he came back. Oh, so what? Now we can.
It was on his mind.
And we was at camp one day. We told us this Edomite was like, "Yeah, man, you're an Edomite." So he started getting on his phone right there. Come to find out, he looked it up. He said he smacked his teeth. He said, he just walked away.
Yeah.
He was pissed off at us, man. He's about to cry.
Yeah, but these people know who they are. Because I remember when I used to do the food delivery, I had picked up from the dinosaur, and I think it was either what they call that? What's that thing? Lint, where they put that ash on their foreheads. So I guess a lot of the other restaurants was closed. But you know, this he could be Jake. I don't know. I think he Italian or something. But you know, he don't know. But he gonna talk about thank God for the heathen. You know what I'm saying? So they know that they're heathenistic. They know that they're come from a heathen nation. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because why would he say that? Because I think is that what's that Lent religion from? Is it Pentecostal? Catholic?
Same shit though.
You know what I'm saying?
Of all those abominations.
Yeah. But he knew that there was a difference from either it being something to where what is they Amalek, you know, who thinks they're the chosen people because they call what the other nations Goyim, which is food, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, they got my ice cream called Goy.
You know?
They got an ice cream called Goy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of a coincidence.
And it's owned by Amalek. And then when you read it, it says something about. Cause I think it was one of the brothers I brought it out. They was breaking it down. It was saying like how it's called eat. It's something about the something to do with the our people, people just being cattle or eating something like that. Yeah, something like that.
They eat off of us.
Yep. Something.
Not
like
just off of us, they actually eat us.
Yep.
The delectable Negro.
Get back. Malachi.
Book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Yeah, that happened during the Renaissance, man, which means rebirth. All right, they've been impoverished because what? They got chased out of the lands, and Jake inherited those lands, such as the ancient Roman Empire. And that's why it became what? The Holy Roman Empire. There's nothing holy about Esau, man. You know, when Esau had it, it was called the pagan Roman Empire. When Jake took over, it's called the Holy Roman Empire. But that's that struggle between good and evil, those two sons, Jacob and Esau. You know, when you look at the white Caesars, they didn't have no beard. Look at a picture of the so-called black Caesars, they had beards.
Right.
It's that Timian Severus, Marcus Aurelius. You know, Esau knows. Look at there's certain statues and things. He took the nose off because he know that's like an Israelite feature.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. And what was it before all of that? Wasn't it the Greco-Roman Empire? They took over from the Greeks.
Yep.
The freaks.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Unless they built America, they got their revenge. And they made us build. That was his revenge. That was his payback, man.
Right.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Now we're at the point where the Lord is getting ready to throw this place down. How he's going to do that? With nuclear destruction.
They shall call.
If I can add real quick, but not just that, he's doing the preliminary run now with all the natural disasters. They can't keep up the infrastructure. So the Lord is visiting this place with wind and tempest.
Yep.
How's it go?
Yep. But as a matter of fact, you grab that real quick. It's Isaiah 29:6. I got something on that too. Let's check this out. It says, this is from Daily Mail. It says, horror flooding. State of emergency in Missouri declared after once in a millennium rainfall causes catastrophic flooding, sweeping residents into 29-foot high water.
Yeah.
Yep, 29.6. Yeah, down there in Missouri.
How you doing, brother?
Down there in Missouri, they had 29-foot waters and shit, man. You know, I think it might have been Idaho or North Dakota. They had a snowstorm where the streets were flooded and you got blocks of ice flowing down the street. Now this is in June. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of summer, you got ice storms and shit. You got certain parts of America where it's wildfires and it's just droughts.
Right.
That's the plagues, man. The Lord's plaguing.
Exactly. Didn't it say that there shall be hell the size of 50-cent quarter pieces?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna rain down on this place. This is Isaiah 29:6, and it reads, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts."
So that was a visitation. Let me read this
Right.
again. It says, state of emergency in Missouri declared after once in a millennium rainfall causes catastrophic flooding, sweeping residents into 29-foot high water. And the worst is still to come. So they got flooded out.
Right.
Keep on. 29-foot high water. That's some crazy shit.
Crazy.
That's your whole house seeing your whole house being
Floating down the block.
all your cars and shit.
Right.
You know?
There ain't no too much coming back from that because the insurance companies you can't even file a claim when natural, because you don't have the certain insurance, the flood insurance. That's how they get you. You know what I'm saying? Or if you do get it, it's gonna cost you arm and a leg to the point where you can't even afford it. You don't want to get it.
Oh, they canceled. Because women over there in Cali, before those fires hit, the insurance company started canceling people's claims.
Yeah.
So they called to collect, and it's like, your policy has been canceled.
Right.
But how you cancel my policy before I cancel it?
Exactly.
So the whole insurance thing's a scam.
It's a scam.
Yeah.
It's a
You know,
fraud.
this place need to burn.
And- I'm sorry.
Because Esau Edom, man, that dude, he just got full of schemes, man. That's why what scripture says, many depths of Satan, man.
Yeah.
It's no ending with him, man.
Right.
You know, it's like when you think you got something going,
One foot ahead,
yeah.
take
It's
2-3 steps back.
Yep. It's like it's always another level, it's endless.
Loophole.
Yep, it's endless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Right.
You know, the Lord put a perfect devil to rule over us to punish us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why in a way you can and can't get mad at people like Young Miami because they learn from the best.
Right.
Ye are of your father the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they learn all this wicked shit from him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the biggest scammer. Why you think he put out those PPP loans?
He did it on purpose.
He know people was going to
Jump on it.
You know what I'm saying?
Then once they jump on it, then get them, then put their ass in jail.
Yeah.
Fine them, you know.
Fine him. Yeah. Now you got restitution. Now he don't made a profit off you because now you in the system adding more
To
his agenda, to his bottom line.
Yep.
It's a perfect scam, man. Perfect scam. This is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes.
So that's how the Lord visit. So you hear
Right.
about people getting fucking smacked with a thunder strike, that's the Lord visiting. Or those earthquakes that be hitting, that's the Lord visiting.
You seen that? You seen that? That link I sent there when the Lord said enough is enough. And he had
Yeah,
the
judgment.
Yeah,
the
he had the guy
sepulcher.
with he he had the gavel and he
Man,
started.
yeah.
He hit different directions.
Yeah.
Each of them have like a natural
heathen
disaster.
nations.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys see this in the group chat. You gotta check it
Yeah,
out.
that shit was fire.
Yup.
Yeah.
That's what's enough.
Judgment. And it reads, with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire.
Yeah, because the cherry on top is going to be the nukes, man.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, the Most High is plaguing this place. I saw some other news.
Yeah.
Check this out, Shay. This is from Healthline.com. Explosive diarrhea parasite
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
spreading across 17 states.
Yeah.
CDC warns.
Mm-hmm.
So you got
Pestilence.
you got floods, explosive diarrhea. You know what I mean? You got wars, rumors of wars. You tell me the Lord ain't
Man.
plaguing this place?
This place ain't, people talking about 10, 20, 10 years. This place ain't got like 3 years.
Right.
Lord willing, right?
Well, well, man.
They talking about some 2030. You might not make it to 2030, man.
Right.
There's so much stuff going on here, man.
Right.
It'll go that long. We got to be close to the end. Like this shit, like we're about to put a plug completely to the place.
Yeah.
But we about to get ready close.
We close to the edge. We close
Yeah.
to the edge. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers about to start committing mass suicide.
Yeah, you got
They
more-
right there at the edge.
You got the racial tensions up. You know what I'm saying? You got these fucking devils coming out admitting it. Like you seen the one with the dude with the mustache and talking about, yeah, we get up, have meetings in our neighborhood, and talk about how we do y'all, how we treat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
How we gonna do? Like, dude, yeah, this is what we've been doing.
They've been doing that for decades.
Yeah.
Man. That's how you saw get down. They have beers, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you been racing? How many niggas you fired this week?
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Because the whole premise of how a person can be racist is in the definition of the word itself. It means that you have a position of authority or power to change people's lives. Jake don't have that. Jake can only be prejudiced. He can only look at a perceived Edomite and say, "Oh, I don't like him. I'm gonna stay away from him because he could potentially be a devil."
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But Esau has the ability to be a full-on racist because he can fuck your job up. Okay, he can stop you anywhere on the street and enact his racism or how he feel about you, get your ticket where it could have just been a warning. You know what I'm saying? The judicial system. You see what happened with Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a miscarriage of justice. You know?
Yeah. Second Edwards 15. Start at 10 minutes.
You want me to finish this? Or?
That was good.
That was it? Yeah. All right. Second Ezra 15.
It's 10.
This is Second Ezra 15 and 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
Yeah, that's why people don't get that. How you being led to a flock to the slaughter? Well, you got false prophets. You got how you said damn, how you say that shit? The Judas goats.
Right.
They're leading you to the slaughter, man.
Wolves in sheep's clothing.
That's gonna set our people up to take the mark of the beast, to trust Esau, to go down to Egypt for help. The mark of the beast ain't the chip. The name ain't Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Whatever they teaching you, they're leading you to the slaughter. Then when the slaughter comes, they're gonna flee. Why? Because they're a hireling. The hireling don't really care about the sheep. The hireling is in to get paid. That's what a hireling is.
Yeah.
You know, so you got people like Sakari, you know, Deacon Akah, and many more, you know,
Right.
especially like Marvin, you know, all these worldly
Marvin
people,
Sapp.
Marvin Sapp, these worldly names, Joel Osteen, bragging about
snakes.
TD Snakes, bragging about how much money they got. That's because they're Judas ghosts, they're hirelings, man.
Or they preying on the congregation like Eddie Long, having sex with you know, the congregation's children, being a predator. You know what I'm saying?
Being a damn demon. Deacon, they say, fucking Pastor Demon, man.
Deacon
You know?
Demon. Deacon Demon.
Even with the latest thing with Alizé, man. Imagine where that could have led to. You know what I'm saying? You like getting pegging kits and shit.
And you can tell he's gone. You can
No?
look at his whole countenance. Like
Yeah.
that dude got demons on him, man.
Right.
He's fucked up in the head. You know?
Yeah.
He's been exposed. You know, because if he's letting a woman do that,
I won't be surprised he killed himself sometime.
yeah, man, he's done.
I won't be surprised he killed suicide.
Right.
He look like
Well,
he's
he's
out.
spiritually dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's for sure.
Demons got him. You can tell you look at him like that. Like he's gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you know what? The type of image that he was putting out as this, there's nowhere he can go now.
Right.
This, because he always kept championing that Hoover Crip shit.
He tried to go to no jumper. You know, they deal with all the gangs. They was cloning his ass like, yo, didn't you let a woman peg you?
Right.
But that's the Lord cloning him. Like,
Right.
you cannot. That's terrifying.
But that was the finishing point I had was that you try to hide shit like that. Like back in the day, it was different. You could be hiding in the closet. Like it would be embarrassing for somebody else to out you. That would have to be a personal choice, right? Where you finally say, okay, I'm comfortable in my skin. You know what I'm saying? All right, brother. But now with the day and age of technology and the internet, it's nowhere you can run. You know what I'm saying? Just like bullying. Remember back in the day, if you got bullied, it was a local thing.
Yeah.
Maybe only your school knew about it. You know what I'm saying? Certain people in your circle, you know, your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But now you get bullied. That shit, you can't go to no other state. You can't go to no other country damn near to get away from it because it's always going to be on the internet. You feel me? It's a different world, man. And it reads, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Modern day Egypt is America. All right? Meaning what? That our Lord ain't going to suffer some blood because if he do, with no flesh be saved. So Lord had to cut the time. So if you notice how your days have been flying, they have. Like if you think about it, we're halfway through 2026. It's almost the middle of July.
Right.
Just like that. So you think about it, in a couple more months, it'll be 2027. Because we're not looking forward to 2027. We want the kingdom. We hasten the day. Well, that's just so to show you how fast time is moving. Like he really don't have much time. We really don't have much longer here. Our salvation is nearer than we believe.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just a time stamp. You gotta keep record of the time you in. But it's just showing how ever so increasingly, you know what I mean, the time for this future judgment is speeding up because it's only getting worse. This place ain't getting better. The only way this place is gonna get better is after the destruction comes. You see what I'm saying?
And I noticed that, man, the demons is wrapping up, man. You get more attacks. Man.
Yeah.
You get more attacked. That's crazy.
And you find yourself tired.
Tired,
You
yeah.
know, demons messing with you. You sleep.
Anxiety. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Start breathing. Your breathing start being funny. That should happen to me. Either today or yesterday, man. I noticed because you start thinking about the next bill wave.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And things ain't looking good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You trying your darndest, but the math ain't mathing. It ain't. You know, it's like something is doing it on purpose. I know it's the Lord. He tests us, but we in his flesh, so we get nervous. You know what I'm saying? We want to start. You know what I'm saying?
Running.
Making things happen because you know we know.
Yep.
The Lord, you know, we know and we don't know, but the Lord know ultimately.
Yep.
But you know what I'm saying? But we know those bills coming, but we don't know how they gonna get paid.
Hey.
But the Lord know. You know what I'm saying?
That's how America is set up.
Yeah.
It's set up to like choke you and to have you into always trying to breathe.
A nervous wreck. You a walking train wreck. Nervous wreck, man.
That's also why it says you're worn out the saints. You know?
Yeah. And it reads 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm.
That's going into what? Strangeness of the salvation.
Right.
It goes into those chariots.
Being up.
It's more and more information has been coming out on so-called UFOs, UAPs. All right, that's how the elect are going to be delivered from this captivity. You know?
Right. and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
There you go. All right, so you got floods, you got
Right.
explosive diarrhea, you got people getting paralyzed from mosquito bites. I read something like that. You got weird dust storms. Let me see. That's a lot.
Right,
It's a
right.
lot going on. It'd be so much going on. It'd be kind of hard
To keep up.
to remember all this
To
shit.
remember it. Yeah.
You know. You see. Yeah, it says paralyzing mosquito-borne illness surges in multiple states as many patients develop severe brain swelling form of disease. So imagine that you just out, mosquito bites you, and now you
Your
all
brain
fucked
swell.
up. You all fucked up.
You know where that came from? Your boy,
Bill
Bill fucking
Gates of hell.
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. Gates of hell.
You know, you got fucking big tech targeting Gad, trying to put data. So you already stole all the land from Gad. Now you're trying to take what land they got left and put data centers there. This man, he's the devil, bro.
Right. Right.
And then you got the World Health Organization telling you that they're gonna be, uptick in cancer cases, man.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was watching this one documentary. It was speaking on, I think it was Nat Geo. Will Smith. He's been going around the world doing these little venture things. But he was in the Amazon, and he was talking with some tribes people there. And actually, one of the head tribes people have been going to the government, actually protesting and petitioning because they found oil there. So now they've been logging, knocking down the trees, and then the oil's been seeping into the water. The same MO, the same thing he did to Gad, same thing he did to the Eskimos over there. Once the oil, they find oil and they bring it through the ocean or whatever waterway. Now the water is polluted. Now they sources of feeding themselves is being poisoned. The fish is bleaching themselves. Like, it's crazy,
this
man.
man killed all the buffalo to get rid of Gad. Can you imagine that shit?
Right.
That's how it's no limit to how far he would go, because that's how much
Yeah.
he hate us. Like, you killed all the buffalo so they couldn't eat.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean?
What's the script that goes in and say that the trees is gonna rejoice?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's killing the wildlife. I just was watching this one. I saw it. It was on Google, where it was saying how Japan they don't cut down older trees. They actually uproot them.
Egypt, Exodus 9 and 14. Something.
They uproot the trees. So they dig them out. They get the roots. They gather them and they just transplant them.
That's why Esau is called the basis of man. He do everything backwards, man.
Right.
Do everything fucking back. And they got the scriptures.
Right.
But it says what? He cast it behind his back.
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
The book of Exodus, chapter 9, verse 14. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thy heart, and upon thy servants, upon thy people, that mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth.
Yeah, when the Most High get through, when he send the nukes, World War III, second coming of Yahushua, his son, the name is going to be magnified throughout all the earth. You ain't going to be calling on no Jesus Christ, man. Ain't nobody going to be calling on Buddha or Allah, because all the other idols going to get put down.
Right.
And the Most High going to raise up his men to where if you trying to worship any other God, that's it. It's going to get thrust through.
But it says, he that refuses to serve me, bring them hither before me so I can slay him.
Yep.
No?
Thy people that mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. For now I will stretch out my hand that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence. And thou shalt
Pestilence. Explosive diarrhea. That's a pestilence. Fucking paralyzing mosquito bites, because Mr.
Right.
Kill Bill releasing mosquitoes every goddamn where.
Right.
I had seen another article. It's got this like fog that's going around too, that's making people sick.
Yeah.
So you got
It's a new fog. Remember that old one was floating and that was leaving like white particles, like some type of material behind.
Yeah, I think it's either came back but I heard about it recently too.
Yeah.
You know,
Or also too, remember down in South America, same thing with the mosquitoes. Babies was born with shrunken heads. Remember they had the little heads?
Yeah. They call that the Zika virus.
Zika virus. But once again, we know who brought that down there.
Your boy Donald.
Your boy Kill Bill.
And I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth.
yeah, keep going.
And very
Meaning
deep-
what? Meaning the Lord's gonna keep sending plagues till you die off. See, it happened to us during the Dark Ages.
And then
Anything Esau was able to come in power. He Most High had to help him. You know, he wasn't gonna just take us out of power. We had ruled the whole Europe at that time. Spain, Portugal. Jake was ruling that. You had the Moors, that was Jake.
Right.
You had the Jakes that were Christians. You had a lot of our people that were Jews.
Yeah.
So Esau needed help. So the Most High sent the Black Death,
Black Plague.
the bubonic plague,
Yeah.
until he killed us. The Most High is gonna do the same thing to you.
Yeah.
You're gonna start getting hit with a lot of pestilence, man. You know?
For now I will stretch out my hand that I may smite thee, thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up.
That's why the Most High raised you up. What does it mean he raised you up? It means it allows you to come into power to where you have some type of authority, hegemonic position over the earth right now.
Right.
It's a well-known fact that America is one of the greatest countries in the world. You know, you got the top military, you boasting that. You know, you see how proud Trump is, more stout than his fellows.
Right.
Not realizing Most High raised you up like that so he can fuck you up.
Well, because you got to think about the inception of the United States. It was built off of what? Blood, sweat, and tears of what? The Israelites. And what it says, woe unto him that buildeth a city with blood. You know what I'm saying? And what's the ultimate judgment for that? The only way to cleanse the land therein is by the shedding the blood of him that sheddeth. You know what I'm saying?
Meaning his blood has to be shed. That's why
Right.
it says, he that killeth with the sword
Must be killed with the sword.
That's reparations.
Right.
That's
right.
the only way to make this thing right. You know?
And to think about how America can be the greatest superpower in the world in such a little time. Look at all these other countries that's been established. Look at, if you're talking about the Persians, they've been around for, you know,
Last 25
thousands of
I
years.
got this.
You know?
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is not yet for appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Yeah, now we're at the end. We see it speaking. We see people getting brain chips. You know, I believe that guy got the brain chip. We've been saying this through the spirit, you know, starting with Apostle and Elder, been saying, well, once they get that chip, they're going to be able to speak different languages. They're going to be able to, you know, enter homes, vehicles, different establishments, because they got the chip. Then they're linking that with AI and you know, 6G.
That video with that Jay, that's an AI video. And he ain't a real person. But they just promoting, you know, we know what they're doing. They promoting it already.
Right.
But that
Getting your mind ready for it.
But that video with that
Your
Jay,
compliance.
yeah. So that
Yeah.
video with that Jay, that's an AI video. It's not even real.
That's really gonna happen though.
Yeah.
You really got Elon Musk with Neuralink trying to put brain chips in people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you got China trying to beat them to it.
Yeah.
So there's a race where just like I think there was a space race.
Race.
With
Right.
Sputnik. You know, you guys remember that from school?
Russia. Yep.
Yeah.
There was a space race, right? But now there's like an AI mark the beast race. So we're in the age where knowledge and information technology is advancing and increasing.
But I was gonna say that's the wise man Daniel scripture. You know what I'm saying? That's him becoming, you know, that all eye seeing eye, if you will. I think in Tennessee now they've actually incorporated drones to do surveillance. So they're flying drones around in Tennessee to monitor the people, but it's all to further the AI data centers. So it's gonna look like, you know what I'm saying, any sci-fi futuristic movie that we watched back in the day, like Terminator. You know what I'm saying? Minority Report. You know what I'm saying?
So the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for appointed time, but in the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it is will surely come. It will not tarry.
It's not terror. It may seem like, oh, you guys been saying this for years, ain't nothing happened yet, but it's not tarrying though. Everything's on the Lord's time. That's what the scripture is saying.
Verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not right upright in him.
So he can't get right. You know, you got that movie Life with Can't Get Right.
Right.
Really, that Jake, even though that Jake was kind of, mentally whatever,
Yeah.
he got the Edomite woman.
Yeah.
Most High allowed him to get his freedom. He went MLB.
Major league.
So
Yeah.
you really, they call that Jake can't get right. That Jake, Most High,
Yeah, he got right.
Most High
In
really,
some ways.
watch the movie. The Most High really blessed that man. He got out of prison. He got that badass Edomite chick.
Yeah.
And he went to the MLB. Come on, man.
Mhm.
They only Jake could do something like that.
Yeah.
We're the greatest people. Even though you might look at us, oh, this dude's retarded, he's slow,
Right.
you know?
But the just shall live by faith.
But the just is is the elect.
Verse 5, yea,
Hold on, what is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. You see that?
yea, also because he transgresses by wine,
Yeah, this goes into his philosophy, goes into his war. You know?
he
That's
is a
all he knows war. But
Exactly.
he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
that's why he calls lands after his name, because he's prideful. America, best. Africa, that's a Roman general. Africanus.
Scipio.
Yep.
Who enlarges his desire as hell.
Which goes into the grave. If you think about it, the grave can never be satisfied. Why? Because everybody has to die.
Yeah.
Now once you get in the kingdom, the elect are gonna be under the new covenant. They're gonna have new bodies,
Everlasting life.
and they're gonna be reprogrammed with the law, statutes, and commandments. Therefore, they will have immortality.
Right.
But the other nations not gonna get that.
Right.
That's only for Israel.
Right.
So immortality is gonna belong to Israel, but the other nation, they're gonna be subject to what? Death.
Right.
See?
What's the scripture say? I declared the end from the beginning, because that was our first estate. Our first estate was to live forever. You know what I'm saying? We weren't supposed to get sick and die off. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the emergence of sin on the earth, mankind's life span or expectancy had dwindled down, because who was that? Methuselah. He was the oldest living person recorded in the scriptures.
I believe
Almost lived to 1,000.
he
You know what I'm
was
saying?
969, 970.
969.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he almost. You can't fathom something like that.
Right.
You know, my grandpa 830. Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know nobody live past 21 in my hood.
Right. But
You
that was a common thing back then. When you read through those first few lineages in Genesis, I mean, he wasn't the only, but he was one of the oldest, if not the oldest. Where Abraham lived to what? Be 800 or something a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lived a long time back then, but it was through the emergence of sin. You know what I'm saying? Because it says what? Wages of sin equals death.
Yeah, back then we were living longer. So you imagine living to like 500 years. Right now you get in your like 30s, and really it's America and the food we eat and everything. Because even if you in other countries, let's say you have a cleaner diet, those people are living longer.
Life expectancy.
But over here, shit, about 30, you break it down.
Yeah.
30 years old, that's still young as hell. But we've been conditioned to believe that that's old. That's not.
Yeah.
When you think about it, our people used to live, average would be 600 years old.
Yeah.
So at 30, that's like, shit, that's
Yeah.
like you still a teenager.
But even yet and still with all that, Jake still end up living longer and looking better at their older age. They said black don't crack.
Yep.
You get an Edomite, he be 30 years old. That motherfucker look double the age. He look 60.
All that fucking wickedness.
Yeah, that motherfucker look like motherfucking stale baloney, man.
They said Edomite at my job. Motherfucker younger than me, got bald spots, his hair falling out and shit.
Shit crazy, bro.
Like, he saw us done.
He's finito. He out of here.
And your largest desire as hell is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather
Yeah, my bad, I'm sorry.
and gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
That goes into America being that melting pot. Him not being satisfied. He's not satisfied with having, his kingdom. He wants to have control over everybody. He wants to chip us. He wants to try to get the birthright back.
Yeah.
He wants to be God.
Yep.
You know, let's go back to Exodus in the there.
Exodus 9. Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to secure his reign. He want to make sure he remain in power. That's why he trying to chip and monitor everything to make sure ain't no J6 shit happen.
Or the prophets.
You know what I mean?
Try to, you know, cut the prophets off before they come.
Yeah.
You know.
Firstborn, first fruits.
Book of Exodus chapter 9, verse 16. And in very deed, for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power, that my name may be declared throughout the whole earth, through all the earth.
And that's what happened during the first Exodus. We went, all right, and we was going to the get out of land. The other nations, they were in fear. They was like, man, we heard about what your God did to the Egyptians. And they said their hearts melted.
Right.
You know?
Verse 17. As yet exalted thyself against my people, that thou wilt not let them go.
See, that ain't the spirit of Esau.
Right.
That goes with Jeremiah 50. It says Israel and Judah will press together. I refuse to let them go.
Goes back to Romans 9 and 13 and 14 and 15. He said, I raise y'all up, raise you up to be a part of my might. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know? Behold, verse 18, behold, tomorrow, about this time I will cause it to rain in very grievous hell.
That right now, that goes into the nukes. That very grievous hell is the nukes. So when you go to Edris, he talks about, I'm going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. That hell was one of those plagues. But now the modern day hell is going to be those nukes, man. You know?
And as such as have not been in Egypt since the foundation thereof.
See,
even until now.
Ain't ever been hit like that, man. Right? Babylon ain't ever been attacked.
I know it's Most High. He repeats the thing. He does the same thing over and over, but he up the ante. He advances his plagues by the different timelines. He advances the plagues.
But with the technology too.
Yup.
With the methods.
Yup.
Like the first flood. Then what? The second death.
So the first flood's going into the washing of your sins. So he had to wash away that sin. Right. You know what I'm saying? He had to wash it. The words are now he's going to use, fire by Yahweh Shah. Well, that's why John the Baptist said that, I had to cleanse you with water, but he gonna cleanse you with fire. Right. He gonna baptize you with fire. Yeah. Spiritually and physically. Just like I was saying, like how he used the same things that Egypt was worshiping against Egypt. Like all the creatures that idols, and he used those attacks. Statues, yep. Same thing he's doing with Esau. Esau worships what? His technology, his weapons. So that's what's going to bring him down, his own weapons. Right. See how the Most High is. He's a
mastermind.
He mocks you with your own, with your own things. You know what I'm saying?
And say he declared the end from the beginning, like you said earlier.
But what he said, I would laugh at your calamity. You know what I'm saying?
I got something we can end it here. This is Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. That's what? The elect. 9. And all meaning what? Meaning a lot of these people are going to die of famine, pestilence, drought, being frightened to death.
Yeah.
But the third, but the third is going to be saved from that through divine intervention.
Right.
See? And it's going right. It says, and I'll bring the third part through the fire, because that fire is still coming. Right. But the elect gonna be beamed up, as the nukes are coming through that, just like the 3 holy children. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where he said they were in the fire, they had no smell of smoke on them. Right. Yahushua was in there with them. Yeah. I'll bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined. That's those trials and tribulations we go through. Man. Getting things, losing things, whatever, man. Whatever you gotta go through. It's all really so you can be able to endure to the end.
Yeah. And you know what? And like we always say, if they even make it to the nukes, they're gonna have to go through all that first. So if you're not the elect and you make it through all that, you still won't get, bombs over Baghdad dropped on your ass. Ain't that crazy? Mm-hmm. But it says, It's like one that runneth into a house from being chased by a bear. Then he leans on the wall and then he get bit by a snake. You know what I'm saying? So it's really no escaping judgment. You know what I'm saying? And what it says, actually, it's better for you to die by the sword than to pine away from hunger.
Yep.
So those famines, man.
It's called the acronym is called DREAM. Death rules everything around me.
Like that.
That's
Death
the most,
rules everything. Oh, that's nice.
that's the most about to get ready to do. You know?
Yeah.
Okay, because what happened in ancient Egypt, that 3 days of darkness, they started seeing shit, hearing shit.
Right.
And they like to make all these horror movies, right? Insidious, you know?
Right.
It's gonna get real insidious.
So
So
it's theater near you.
it says, and will try them as gold is tried. How you try gold? You put the fire to it. You gotta see what it's made of.
Yeah. Get the impurities out.
They shall call on my name. So that's a
Yeah.
cut right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That links up with Baruch.
And you know what? And there's different levels of gold. There's lower what is gold? It's what they put on your gold chains. It's the carats. So it's lower carats and there's higher carat. I think what 24 carat is the highest.
So Esau says.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But the Lord said he's gonna a man is gonna be more precious than fine gold, even that gold of Euphaz.
Ophir.
So that's a high standard, a level of gold. You know what I'm saying? That's like 100% pure gold, man. Solid gold.
Yep. Which the Lord is comparing it. You see, man, when you look at the scriptures, like it all ties into one big beautiful story, a
Love story.
You know what I'm saying, between the Most
Yeah.
High and Israel, which is the woman. You know?
Mhm.
And it says, they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say it is my people, and they shall say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is my power. You know?
Yeah.
That's good. Yep. But with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, God.
Lecture. Shalom.